What's going on, Buck Bronco family? So today on the community episode, I have number 3, which is going to be with Bill from Eville Truck. I've been watching his channel for a while on YouTube. He actually was one of the channels that inspired me to do my own channel for my own Bronco. So I have Bill here with me, and you're seeing his YouTube channel right now. Beautiful banner, tons of videos, tons of content. So you got to subscribe to him too. But Bill, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me, and I appreciate you reaching out and letting me come on your channel and talk about my Bronco a bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been watching you for a while, probably since you started modding it, all the way through Sema, all the way through, you breaking it. We'll talk more about that. And then as of now, you're putting out more videos and stuff like that. I know you went through a couple of meets and stuff like that, so that's awesome. So
Yeah, we're trying to get more meets in the area together. We got one on July 3rd coming up, another local one. It's at the same place we've been going, but we're going to start branching out and going to other places around here as well soon.
Awesome. I have that big Christmas in July Florida meetup in St. Augustine on the 9th of July. So you'll see content from that too. So, all right. Well, without further ado, I will bring up your Bronco, and we'll start, talking about your Bronco and exterior mods. What have you got done to this thing?
Exterior mods, as you can see, the big BodyGuard sticker on the top. You mentioned I went to Sema, and I was in booth for BodyGuard Bumpers. They were releasing their front bumper that you could see there, their side steps, a rear tire, or the spare tire delete, and light brackets and everything. So pretty much everything they had, I have on the Bronco. One thing that's not pictured there is their Fender flare deletes. I just did put a video out on that.
I just saw that. I was just watching it. So.
Yeah, so I pretty much everything BodyGuard has, I've gotten on the exterior. The wheel and tire setups, those are JTX forged 20 by 12 wheels and Versatyre.
Versatyre.
Which I really like the tires, and I wasn't planning on going that big for wheels, especially the -44 offset, but going to Sema and everything's like, so I ended up, and those were going to be my show tires, and I had some other mud tires or off-road tires that I used, which are pictured there.
Yeah.
But those tires were horrible in the mud.
Gotcha.
So I ended up selling them, and I'm just going to get a new set of, everyday drivers / off-road tires, but I haven't decided on what I want yet.
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to stick with the Versatyre because they are doing an R17 now.
Okay.
For the same tires that I have on there, so that I'm going to stick with. I just haven't decided on what wheels yet.
Yeah, those, I mean, I come from the F250 world, the jacked up wide wheels.
Yeah.
So I definitely noticed those when you were on there, and I was like, oh, he's got JTX Forge on there, So I know a lot of bigger trucks running wider wheels too. So yeah, I love that custom bead lock too. That's awesome.
Yeah, I had to get that. Got that powder coated close. It's school, but if anybody's looking for powder coat that matches Cyber Orange, it's prismatic school bus yellow.
Good to know.
Yeah, everybody makes fun of them. They says, "Hey, that color looks like school buses." Well, it's prismatic thinks so too.
So yeah, I mean the bumpers, you got everything on there.
The Winch, which I've gotten use out of a few times.
Is this a Trek top or a best top?
Yeah, the best top Trek top.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well,
so I did manage to get lucky and got a hard top. Got
on
delivered.
There too.
Like, I still don't know to this day how I managed to get mine as early as I did. But
I remember you talking about it in your video.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I don't know, I got it, so I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, and then I know you did a video about your grill and how you soldered out the letters and you painted them and all that kind of stuff. So definitely check that out on his channel. He's going to walk you through that, and I've already seen people quote your video saying that helped me do it. So
oh, awesome.
Yeah,
that's kind of what got me into making videos, and I was doing F-150 and a couple other cars before this that And, I wanted to do stuff myself. And if I didn't know how to do it, I would always go to YouTube and be like, well, how hard is it, before I would start doing anything. And then I realized, I was like, well, if people weren't doing that, then I would be stuck and I wouldn't. So I want to do it too, so maybe I'll be able to help other people down the road.
Exactly.
Where, like, okay, well, I found this and I can't find a video covering this. Well, let me do a video on it.
No, yeah. I mean, the first thing I do when I'm looking for modifications is I go on YouTube and I search for it. And
yeah, and like, how hard is this to do? Is this something I could do in my garage?
yeah.
Do I need specialty tools or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, because we all know how much garages and shops charge to do simple modifications. They're going to charge you by hour. So
Yeah.
all right, so let's move into more of your suspension mods.
So suspension. Oh, this is my second suspension that's on there. The first I did was the 4-wheel parts lift. So that was the first thing that came available when I had it, which was the 2-inch lift, and it didn't quite give me enough lift.
Okay.
But then, especially when I was finding out I was going to Sema, so then I got together with BDS, and basically it's the same lift kit that the I can't think of their names now.
Zone
Brothers, Max
Glider. Okay.
Yeah, Max Glider brothers. They had their 4-inch lift kit, which it's basically the same thing that I got from BDS. It's like the Zone preload and puck spacer, and then the BDS Upper Control Arms, which ended up being about 4 inches of lift.
Nice. Yeah, I remember the video of you doing the UCAs. I remember. So, yeah, I mean, that looks great. So
thanks. I just did a friend of mine's lift over the weekend, and we did a Zone Upper Control Arms on his, and those things are pretty beefy too. Those are nice, like the BDS ones.
Okay. I know that you got the Bronkbuster brace, right? I think I saw one of your videos. Yeah. Anything else?
I got the bushing and the braces.
Okay. And then I guess we can talk about when you full sent it and you broke something. What did you break?
Yes, I broke the front drive unit.
Okay.
The front differential, whatever you want to call it. I came in a little hot coming into a mud puddle, and like, I thought I was lined up, but then as I was approaching it, because it's a dip down into the mud puddle, so you can't really see where you're at. And I realized I was coming at it and I was way off. So I tried to come to the side, and it just bashed into this side of this mud puddle and stopped my wheels from moving. And my gearbox decided, well, it didn't like that so much. It shredded. So I took it to Ford just because I let them diagnose it and everything. I wasn't expecting warranty coverage or anything like that.
Sure, yeah.
They took a look at it and they're like, well, we'll see if we can get it covered under warranty for you. And like, I wasn't trying to hide the fact I published the video before I even took it to them.
I remember seeing it, and you're like, well, it is what it is. So.
And the service manager, the dealership I work with is right down the street from me. The service manager, he watches my videos. He knew what had happened before. And he's like, well, yeah, we'll submit it, try to get covered under warranty and see what happens, because he's like, this is new territory for us. We don't know what to do with this yet. So I took it to them. And they're like, yeah, they put a bore scope in there. And they're like, yeah, the front drive unit's completely shredded. Need a new one. And luckily, Nate at Mud Digger Off-Road.
The big white one, the biggest one I've seen.
Yeah, he had posted, and it was kind of like a troll post, I think. He's like, hey, I got all these extra Bronco parts. Anybody need them? Because he's doing the solid axle swap. And it's like, what gearbox is that? Because I actually do need one. And he's like, well, it's he has a Big Ben, so it was supposed to not be the right gearbox, but he had the manual transmission, so it ended up being the exact gear ratio and everything that I needed.
Wow. Got really lucky.
I don't know what I was like. Hey, I'm not going to ask you to ship it or anything. hold it for me. I'll be out there this weekend and pick it up. And me and my wife drove out to North Carolina to pick it up that same weekend.
Wow.
And then grabbed the CV axles and the gearbox while I was out there because he didn't need them. And luckily I did that because once I started taking everything apart, I realized what my driver's side CV axle was completely shot as well.
Nice. Wow.
But
Well, yeah, I mean that's pretty in depth, and obviously you were the first one that I saw go through that, and obviously you got lucky with the parts because I know if you had to get replacement parts for this thing, I mean, good luck to you. You know what I mean?
yeah, and because if you have the 210 gearbox, the Sasquatch one, the upgraded one, there was a bunch of those on the shelves. I do not have the Sasquatch. I have the weaker M190 because I have the Black Diamond without Sasquatch. So there was none on the shelf. So, I was like, I know they're not going to cover it under warranty. I found the parts. I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I changed it out. It was a couple weeks after I'd already had everything changed. They called me up and like, yeah, Ford declined the warranty claims. Yeah, I kind of figured they were going
to. Well, we'll move on, I guess, into, do you have anything done to your interior?
Interior, just small little things, nothing major. Like I got the Bartek grab handles.
Yeah, I see them right there, yeah.
I changed out all my blue grab handles for the Cyber Orange ones or the Badlands ones. Except for the center console one, I just got rid of that and went with the base, like blank off plate, because I didn't like that handle down there anyway.
Yeah.
And then got the AR Designs
mounting.
Mount plate. Yeah. And then audio upgrade I did. Replaced all the 4-inch speakers I replaced with kicker speakers and did the kicker, the 10-inch subwoofer box in the back.
That's my next thing to do is attack the speakers because I have my high package, so I don't get the B&O, but I definitely got to rip them out anyway. So
yeah, yeah. It's nice to actually be able to hear the music, especially if you have the top down or anything and hear stuff. So
yeah,
before it was horrible.
Right. All right, so we'll move on to performance mods.
Performance mods. I have trying to think I have a exhaust, but I can't even remember what exhaust I have.
We'll come back. I'll put it in the description for everybody.
Yeah, because I can't, because it was the only exhaust that I found that it was a straight shot. They cleared up all that room because I had the train horns underneath where the muffler is for a while. I don't have them in there now because they just kept getting packed full of mud and weren't working. So I have them taken off now. But the exhaust I put in there, I think it was AFE. Yeah, AFE.
AFE, okay.
Yeah, exhaust, and then I have the Panda Motorworks power module.
Yeah, okay.
And that's pretty much it for performance. And the exhaust, it's not really much of a performance upgrade on these.
Just a little sound to it.
Yeah, a little sound, and like I said, it cleared up a bunch of room underneath for me to have room to put other stuff like an air tank and stuff. And then the power module definitely does make a difference.
Sure, yeah.
I've thought it did, but I didn't know if it was just in my mind or not. So I actually did take it and get dyno tested, and there it does make a difference.
Nice. How much horsepower did you pick up?
It was 40.
Oh wow, okay. So do you have the 2.3 or 2.7?
2.7.
2.7. Okay, so yeah, I was 2.7 too.
And yeah, because it's funny because I first went to the guy with the dyno, and he's like, yeah. He's like, these things never work. I was like, well, that's what I want to find out.
Yeah.
If it does or not. He's like, okay. And then he starts looking at it. He's like, oh, well, it's not one of the big companies. So maybe they were able, that they're not so restricted that maybe they are able to do something. And then he's like, oh, it's a twin turbo. So yeah, He
Sure,
should be
yeah.
able to get some improvement. And by the time I left, he's like, "Oh, you know what we should do is we should do some meth and we should do this." And then like, I bet you we could keep. He was all excited and wanting to do more. I was like, "Well, I was just trying to test this, but yeah, if I decide to, start getting more power, I'll definitely come back and we can work together."
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so we'll move on to miscellaneous mods. Is there anything that we haven't talked about that you want to talk about that you've done?
Um, well, we did
I,
the trick top. I
mhm,
mentioned you kind of mentioned that. I'm a fan of that so far. I didn't like this picture there. It shows you with everything open.
mhm,
And I was hesitant to get this top at first and I see everybody make the same comment that it doesn't go all the way back. I
in the
don't like it. Um, I actually kind of like it now that it's grown on me. That now that I've had it, the only thing I don't like about it not going all the way back is I can't pull into the garage when it's open. I have to pull it forward, but it does. It only takes 2 seconds to pull it shut. But yeah, I know there's other people that have had similar issues with hitting their soft tops on garage doors. So
Yeah,
I
right.
try to avoid. I haven't. Luckily, I haven't done it yet. So, but it's always something in the back of my mind, like, oh wait, I can't pull into the garage with this open.
And then you have the Bronco script emblem on the side.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Friend of mine here, had Hoosier Broncos, and he was selling them, or American Broncos. Sorry, not.
Mhm.
But they were one of the companies that Ford shut down, so
Yeah,
I'm not able
yeah.
to sell them anymore.
Those
I know he's
are a rarity, right? They're like worth their weight in gold. I feel
yeah, so,
like everybody wants them.
yeah.
What kind of tow hooks do you have on this thing here?
They're called bolt lock.
Okay.
So yeah, they were somebody else we worked with for SEMA. I mean, those things
Yeah.
are monstrous, um, and they
Yeah.
lock you. They use your car key.
Hmm.
So the Bronco, the hidden key, but you do that, put it in once, and turn it, and it codes it to your key to lock them into place. So then you don't have to have an extra key. And
Oh
I have
wow.
the same. They make tow hitch lock pins and stuff like that. So I have lock pins and stuff from them too, and it's all just coded to my one key.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So definitely a fan of them. The only thing I'm not a fan of is I wanted to powder coat them,
Color match. Yeah, I was gonna say.
but they've got you can't remove the locking mechanism, and you can't powder coat them. You can't heat them because it's got plastic and rubber pieces
Yeah.
inside. So I have to paint them, which I, I don't know how well paint will hold up on those.
Yeah. All right. Well. Um. Yeah. I mean, I love your build. I've been following it for a while. Everybody, please check out his channel. I have it linked right now on the screen. It'll be linked in the description, and you're constantly putting out videos, so I'm following too. So, do you have anything that you have in the pipeline that you want to talk about?
Um, well, I just I'm working on editing a video that I did over the weekend. Like I said, I did uh, it was an Icon 3-inch lift on a set or non Sasquatch, and the Zone Upper Control Arms, and did a video and doing the install on that. And at this point, all the lifts are pretty similar, but
Yeah.
and I've done quite a few videos on them, so I'm just kind of highlighting the differences between them, and so it's not a full length like in depth how to do a lift, but it's just kind of showing the difference from the other lifts that I've done.
Okay.
Um, I said July 3rd, getting together, doing another get together, see how many Broncos we can get.
Mhm.
And the last get together we went out there, and the park we normally go to, half of it was closed. So it just so happened the day we showed up, there was a motocross race, and they had half the park shut down for it. So hopefully, when we go out on this next time, the rest of the park will be open and get some other footage from there.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, when I remember that you go into the same park that you have some footage before.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that looked like a pretty nice park to me. So
yeah,
I'm
it's
down
pretty
here in
nice. It's nice. It's especially it's really nice that it's 40 minutes away, so we go there a lot. But yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, there's a lot of other parks within like an hour to 2 hours away, maybe 3 hours in some. So we're gonna start going to some of them and checking them out and see how they are as well coming up.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, I always appreciate people coming on my show and my channel and, sharing their, love for Bronco like I do, So, I really appreciate having you on the show, man. And, we'll get together again. I think, hopefully I make my way sometime up by you and we get the two Broncos together and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, sounds good. I'd love to, and I appreciate you having me on
all
and
right.
for watching. So
No problem at all. So thank you for watching. I will be back with another community build at sometime in the future, but this is Eville Truck, and thank you for watching.